Hello, welcome to WebTech Wizard. Uh, in this video, I'm going to diving into domain-driven design in Laravel. What it is, you should, why you should care about it, and how to apply it in your Laravel projects. If you have ever struggled with bloated controllers or messy business logic, this domain-driven design might just change how you architect your apps. Let's get started. So, what is domain-driven design? Domain-driven design is a software design approach that puts business logic at the core of your application. Instead of starting with database models or controllers, DDD begins by understanding the domain, meaning the real-world business problems your app is solving. It promotes a clear separation of concerns and is especially useful when you are building complex applications. So why use DDD in Laravel? Laravel already supports modular development, which means it's a great fit for organizing code by features instead of just layers like models and controllers. This leads to a more scalable, testable, and maintainable code base. Plus, DDD encourages you to think in business terms, not just technical ones, and that's a big win when working with real world clients or teams. This is the very key concepts in DDD. Let's break it down for core building blocks of DDD. First, entity. This is an object that has an identity and contains business logic. For examples, an order that can be marked as paid. Second is value object. They are immutable and represent simple values like an address. They don't have an identity and are compared by value. Third, service or action. This perform domain-specific tasks like create order. They handle logic that does not naturally fit in an entity. Repository. This is an abstraction for data access. Instead of calling Eloquent directly, your code talks to a repository. Event. This captures important state changes, like an order paid event, which can trigger notification or updates elsewhere in the system. Benefits of DDD in Laravel. So what's in it for you if you use DDD in Laravel? Your code is organized by feature or domain, not by type. It becomes easier to scale and write test since everything is modular and self-contained. Business logic is encapsulated, which means it's easier to understand, debug, and update. And finally, DDD helps reduce that dreaded control bloat. No more massive controller files doing everything. When to use DDD in Laravel? DDD is great, but it's not for every project. Here is when to use it. You are dealing with complex business rules. You care about long-term maintainability. You are working in a large team with multiple contributors. On this case, you can think to choose DDD. But here is when to avoid DDD. If your app is a simple CRUD systems, do not use it. Or if your team is not ready for the learning curve, do not use it. DDD shines in complexity, but it can feel like overkill for smaller apps. Example in a order domain. Let's look at a quick example of an order domain using DDD. You have an order entity. Inside it, there is a method called mark as paid, and that's my trigger an order paid event. Then you have a create order actions or services that handles all the creation logic so your controller stays clean. And for the address, instead of saving it as plain text, you wrap it in a value object so you can compare or validate it without even hitting the database. So DDD structures versus traditional. Finally, let's compare the traditional Laravel structure to a DDD approach. It's typical Laravel app. You have models, controller services. It's organized by type. But in DDD, we organize code by domain, like domain slash order slash models, domain slash order slash actions, etc. This structure makes it easier to locate, understand, and test business logic, especially in large complex systems. So, and there's a wrap on Laravel domain driven design. If you found this helpful, please put a comment and please like and subscribe. And besides, we are going for a code structure. We are going to see a code structure. Here you can see we have built um, a domain-driven design, domains slash order. Here is the DTOs. You can see here this is an object creation. This is a class creation with construct where it can hold customer ID, address, and total amount. Address is a value object. You can see here. This value object is it has two types of method: to array and to string. To array returns all the um, what does it say? Mm, it returns all the constructor level variables and slash underscore to string function returns uh, this whole address in a single line. This is a service. This is a checkout service which is aligned with order repository interface. This is a public function place order which will create uh, a record for single order. You can see the repositories. Those are just only created as an interface. Order repository interface has been implemented in Eloquent order repository. If you go in there, it has create function, just only assigned, not not written fully. You can see the models, order model, uh, customer ID, shipping address, total amount are fillable, and shipping address will be an array. we are telling it that uh, DTOs. Um, DTOs DTOs means data transformation, data transaction. Let me see. Data transfer objects. It is the full abbreviation. This is actually a whole packets of data in as an object form. When we use it, order data. Let us see order data. You can see here. At first, let's go to API call. At first, you can see here there is a post type uh, root orders only created or order controller. In this controller, a order will be stored. So the request will be validated first. Then this value object will be fed with validated data, and this is the thing. This new order data which comes from GTOs, you can see this data will be created as an object, and this object has been put on this place order. Uh, Checkout service has been called protected checkout service. So checkout service has been injected in this order controller. So if we go to place order again, you can see an order data, which is actually an array as type of object has been sent. It will be um, added as an array in here in this repository checkout service. So this is a conceptual thing. Mm, for others, this is all about order. For other domain, there might be users, there might be payment, etc., etc. On the domain folder, there will be others type of models, orders, repositories. In domain-driven design, everything will be separated uh, according to domains. Mm, so here is it all today. Thank you.